DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, it is Thursday. I was almost going to say it's Wednesday, but I missed out on Wednesday. And it is really warm, actually. You can see I wouldn't really need even this sweater or jumper, depending which country you're in. Uh, Actually, I don't know. If it has a zipper, it probably is like a cardigan type thing or buttons. Correct me, because actually, a jumper, at least in the American style, has no buttons. Sorry, in the English style, has no buttons. But correct me anyway. Um, I was just going to say it is. Let me see, what temperature is it? It's like 17 or something like that. Do I have it here? Yeah, 16. It was 17 earlier, and it is really warm. So 16 Celsius. And I just came back from doing a little bit of shopping. There was one or two things that we forgot. We do our shopping on Thursdays usually, and get ready for the weekend. This weekend we should have the kids and the grandkids over. So yeah, I got one or two extra little things. But yeah, and then noticed that we missed something, so I went out quickly for a walk and got what was missing. Yeah, so I said I was gonna. I missed out on my so-called Wednesday vlog. I usually make a vlog once in the week, and we had Michael over, and we had to watch him. I wasn't going to say babysit anymore because he is. He's 6. Yeah, he's six and a half, but close to 6.5 by now. But he can be a handful of, he's, well, Michael is autistic, so it's sometimes a handful, like I say, to watch him. But, I think that Grandpa and Nanny have it, but, it can be a challenge at times, because if you've ever had to take care of an autistic child, and no two are alike, but they when they get fixed on something, it can be very difficult to make them change their mind. There's techniques for that, and if you don't use them, you could have a meltdown. Although we haven't had a meltdown with him for a long time, so it's good. I love that little boy, and I know he loves his grandpa, so we have a good time very often. So when they're coming on the weekend, I always do. I've mentioned this before in vlogs. I do my camping with the two kids, the two boys, and Matthew, so the younger one, has been asking me when are we going to put the tent out, and I kept telling him it's been too cold, but actually if it keeps on, it's going to be pretty warm before long. But he would like to sleep outside. But we put the mattresses on the floor, and we do our camping. And they have a kind of it's a rabbit, but on its back it has like a little lamp that when you turn it on, it shows the sky and the moon and stars on the ceiling or wherever you're pointing to. And you can press on the button a few times and you get different colors and so on. So we usually use that as a discussion starter. I've already mentioned that in other vlogs, but yeah, so that's always a very precious moment, and I like to do that because it gives a night off, or a time off for the parents. They can actually be on their own, and they will sleep in another room or what, and just time on their own. So that's kind of nice. And like I say, it's a very special time for me. But it's not a very quiet night, though, because Matthew usually closes in on one side and Michael closes in on the other, and they move in the night. They kind of, I often say they wander, because we've got like 3 small mattresses on the ground, but they wander. And sometimes, nobody's close to me, and other times they're, like I say, I'm basically hot dogged in. Yeah, but it's one of those special moments that I'll always treasure. Yeah. Oh, so like I was saying, I was out walking earlier, but before going off, I ended up taking a small nap Mrs. DC and I, we both sat down. We like to call it our retired privilege at times. You know, like after lunch, we go and sit down, and she will probably watch a little bit of television or just take a nap. And I usually put on my put on my headphones and watch either a YouTube video, or with time I've kind of become addicted to some of the shorts at times. So you just like get them going, and I know that I've fallen asleep. If I realize that the same short has probably played for who knows how long, and that's what happened today. I just fell asleep, and I fell asleep and woke up later on, and it was this short that was going on. It was some crazy lefty anyway that was having a meltdown, and it was being put in his place. So it was kind of one that I guess I just fell asleep on it, because the guy was yelling when I fell asleep, I guess, and he was yelling when I woke up. So yeah, but that was it. And then yeah, I got up and went off for my little shopping walk. Yeah, like I say, retirement privileges. But then, I mean, it's part of the aging process, I guess. There's been big discussions lately here, and actually in the whole world lately, is what age is retirement age? Is there a retirement age? Do you retire, or do you just finally do something else? And every country's is different. I mean, sometimes it's just simply a very, very simple equation. I need the money, so I work. I keep on working. You could do that. Or I accept to pull back and just earn less and have a slower living style. That's one thing. The other one is I just simply start doing other things, like taking, for example, more care of grandkids, or doing other, it doesn't have to be hobbies, but it could be other activities to not only keep you busy. I think that's actually, some people just want to keep busy. I try to keep intellectually stimulated, if I could put it that way. That's why I'm working on learning languages and doing other things. Lately, I really have not done as much photography as I thought I was going to do, and definitely not as much geocaching as I thought I was going to do, because for some weird reason I've always been too busy. I know, it's strange, but when you talk with, at least when I talk with many people that are retired, they keep on going about how busy they were. And we were at a meeting, I was at a meeting the other day, a thing for the church, and we needed to find a date. And okay, I was not the only one that pulled out my phone, but what I'm just saying is that everybody had agendas with lots of things in it, and it wasn't just medical appointments. But yeah, that is something that one doesn't really think of, but people want to be busy. I don't think anybody just wants to lays around all day, all the time. Put it that way, lays around all day, all the time. There are days where we definitely would want to laze around, but not all the time. And so we all find something to keep us occupied and busy. And that's why, like I say, the retirement age is something that's such a big discussion these days. Over here, well, it was voted against, but they wanted, there was a vote to raise the retirement age and peg it to life expectancy. Well, I mean, there's one thing you can say about that, is that if it's a voluntary thing, I can get it. If it's not, I mean, like some people, what do you want them to work until like 2 years before they die? I've known a few people, sadly, that's happened. I've known people that just retired and passed away after that. So it's not a fun thing. No. And it's not something actually that one should do. I don't find you should legislate. Of course, if you're in some countries, there is no legislation. You just work until you decide to stop. Anyway, you can tell me what you think about it. and I see the time, and I'm going to stop. So we're up to 10 minutes. DC signing off. Take care, everybody. You can see the sun is coming in my eyes now. So hope that you're well, and it is Thursday. Bye.